Hello, we talk about change networks and champions, and they're really your muscle on the ground with end users. But first, I've got to put on my ADKAR glasses, which ProSci just sent me. Thank you, ProSci. Looking at the world through ADKAR spectacles. Fantastic. Champions are your powerful first-line advocates. They're absolutely critical. And there's a brilliant observation in Everett Rogers' Diffusion of Innovations book, The Foundational Work and How Things Are Adopted. And it's hidden, and I only noticed it recently when I was rereading it. Let me read it to you. This is why champions are so important, a change network. The part of the diffusion curve from about 10 to 20% adoption is the heart of the diffusion process. That's where we change from early adopters and innovators into the early and late majority. That's the chasm, as other people have put it. And Everett Rogers says, after that point, it's often impossible to stop further diffusion of a new idea, even if one wished to do so. Then he says, we expect a normal adopter distribution for an innovation because of the cumulatively increasing influences upon an individual to adopt or reject an innovation resulting from the activation, and here's the kicker, of peer networks about the innovation in a system. Then he goes on to say, this influence results from the increasing rate of knowledge and adoption or rejection of the innovation in a system. The S-shaped curve of diffusion takes off once interpersonal networks become active in spreading subjective evaluations of an innovation from peer to peer in a system. And for me, that underlines the importance of a change network and champions. As Rogers says, once interpersonal networks become active in spreading subjective evaluation of innovations from peer to peer. And so working with an organisation will typically do end user discovery workshops. What is it that will help end users make a personal decision to embrace, adopt and use a change? And then we'll use that information to equip the change network to go forth and spread the word about that, coach people on how it works, show them how it works and support them. Those specific things that people have identified from the new way of working that's going to help. And maybe where end users haven't identified specific things which still need to be adopted, champions are your best resource to help them do so using the ADKAR methodology: awareness, desire, knowledge, ability and reinforcement, hence the ADKAR glasses. So why are champions important? Well, they extend project support from peers, they enhance communications, they align and ensure consistency amongst impacted individuals, they increase knowledge, including exchanging ideas and experience, and they boost ownership. Individuals feel more connected with and united to the change. And crucially, they show end users, people who have to adopt, how this change affects their specific jobs and their specific team or grouping. Champions are incredibly important, and when you do a change project, definitely engage them, create a plan for them and support them. And one of the ways try and recruit champions, obviously ask people who know, who's enthusiastic, but there's an item in Microsoft Forms that you can embed in a survey that helps you recruit champions. It's called the Net Promoter Score. There's a whole bunch of analysis and research behind the Net Promoter Score. However, you can embed that really easily in a Microsoft Teams form, and you can send that as part of a larger survey to all users in an organisation or all users impacted by a change. Basically, it asks people, how likely are you to recommend this change on a scale of 0 to 10? And Microsoft Forms will analyse that stuff automatically. And if you get people really high scores in the Net Promoter Score, especially the 10s, they're your best chance for champions. Those are the incredibly enthusiastic people who you can go and target and invite to become champions. So that's just one way of recruiting champions. There are many others. I particularly like that one. And then overlay organisational knowledge, advice, direction, existing groups of champions. But whatever you do, make sure you get champions involved early and make them active and visible throughout the change.